it's Dana here at the Georgian Bay Cancer Support Center, and just here for a 10-minute leg limbering movement practice of yoga. Yoga and movement. So just getting a chair that you can use as though it's a bar, so that you can take your hands behind the chair and just have your toes pointing forward, have your shoulders relaxed. Take your hands alongside your body, lift up through the fronts of your thighs, and draw your shoulder blades towards one another and down your back. Just close your eyes and take a moment before starting to feel your breath, noticing your posture. And then taking your hands to the back of the chair, just step away from the chair a little bit so your arms are fairly straight, and just take your right foot and tap your toe and bring it in and change. Tap your toe and bring it in. So just hold on to that chair and just start to tap your toes. So point and tap, shifting your weight. Not a lot of weight on the back of your chair. One more time, and then here, take your right foot. You can still hold your chair, or you can practice balance and just flex and point that right foot. And start to do some circles. And reverse. Keep pulling up through the abdominal muscles. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Use your chair if you're feeling wobbly. And stand on both feet nice and tall. Shifting your weight, take the left, point and flex. Point and flex. I'm kind of tapping. You don't have to tap, but it helps with balance a little bit. And circles. And reverse. And take both feet back to the ground. Come a little closer to your chair now. Come to tiptoe and down. So lifting your heels up and down. You want to keep the flexibility in your toes. So really make sure that your big toe is bending and you're not rolling to the outsides of your feet. You want to just come straight up and down. And now adding on to that, heels come down, bend your knees, straighten, tiptoe, down, bend. Up and bend. Just warming up your knees. This is a great thing to do every day. And one more time. And tiptoe and down. Just stepping away from your chair, taking your hands to your hips, your feet a little wider than hip width. You can bend your knees and just start to do some circles with your hips. So notice how your hips are feeling. You never want anything to be uncomfortable. So if it is, make it smaller. Just stay within your range of motion and always modify any of these movements for your body. Are you holding your breath? I just caught myself even though I was talking. So watch your breath and reverse direction. And two more. Coming to center. Stepping your feet, so your chair is in front of you. Just take your hands away from it and just step and bend your knees. So step, tap, bend your knees, Notice how your feet are feeling. You don't have to bend too deep, but just still warming up those knees. One more each side. And come to the back of your chair, taking your hands to the back of your chair, shoulder width apart. So not here, just shoulder width apart. Start to walk your feet back and make a flat spine. So lifting up, feeling a gentle stretch in the back of the thighs, and think about being able to balance something on your back, a plate, a bowl of water. And then lifting your head, step your left foot halfway up, flex your right foot in front of you, start to draw your hips back, lift up through your bottom so you can feel the stretch in the back of your hamstrings. And release, other side. So just set it up, flexing the left foot in front of you, hips and shoulders square to the front of the chair, and start to draw your left hip back. And come up. Taking a step to the right now and using the chair for balance, being behind the chair, so not beside the chair, so your shoulders forward. Just take your right leg out to the side, point your toe, keep your thigh facing the front, and lift and lower. And really try not to tilt here. You want to feel this in your hip. We can get some weak hips here, so let's strengthen them up. Now hold up, little pulse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now take this right foot across to the left, across the left, take your right arm up, and just a nice side bend, so reaching. Now if this is uncomfortable for your shoulder, keep your arm down. You're kind of leaning to the right to get into your hip here. And up. Stepping over to the left, doing the same thing. So taking that leg out to the side and lifting and lowering. Notice if you can feel it right around here in your hip. And hold up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Coming around to the front of your chair, not sitting down yet, just find your chair, make sure it's in a good place that if you did sit down, it would be there for you. Take your hands to heart center, coming into chair posture. So sitting your weight back, make sure you can see your toes and your heart is high. Now, if this is not good for you, we're just going to hold here for a moment, sitting on your heels, or weight on your heels, toes still down. If this is not possible for your knees, you could sit down and just press your feet into the floor, engaging all the muscles in your thighs. One last stretch. Picking up your right leg, taking your ankle to your knee, sitting up, start to hinge over, looking over the shin bone. You're going to get into your hip. If this is too much, you can also cross an ankle over an ankle or put your foot on a phone book. So uncrossing that leg and coming to the other side. Sitting up tall and hinging. Breathing, feeling that stretch, modifying as needed. And releasing, placing both feet on the floor, taking hands to heart center, our lower body limber up. Thank you for joining me. Have a fabulous day. Namaste.